Hudson, the Kilt advocate. I wanted to discuss in this video some questions asked and comments made when you're wearing your kilt. Now, I had made a video previously and went over the basics. The basic questions that someone might be asked, and one could say will be asked, when they're wearing the kilt. Are you Scottish? Are you Irish? Do you play the pipes? Do you march? Are you in a band? Is that a religion? Is that a uniform? Are you gay? And I'm leaving some other things out, but those are the basics. I wanted to go over some more questions because every little bit helps. You can kind of see the questions I've been asked, the comments that have been made to me, comments that have been made, comments that I've heard, because everyone that isn't talking to me, they're just having an open conversation like with their friends. Seems people are a little bit more confident in their word choice when they're with more people. And that's one of the things that controls the questions and comments made, whether you're wearing the kilt and you're by yourself, or whether you're wearing the kilt and you're with a group, whether the person making the comments or asking the questions are by themselves, or whether they're with a group. You know, it affects things. It's a numbers game. So for those questions, those basic questions, are you Scottish, are you Irish, do you play the pipes, are you in a band, are you gay, I gave a generic answer that worked. The kilt represents different people, places, and things, and I wear the ones I'm affiliated with. Or you can put, I wear the ones I'm interested in. However, there's some questions that doesn't fill, like the well-known question of what's under the kilt. Now, I haven't been asked what's under the kilt too often because I found a way that works for me to wear the kilt that makes things easier. I wear tights or leggings, which I get off of makings.com. You know, it's leggings, but it's for men, so they put makings. I buy those because sitting down in a seat, when I used to wear the kilt before wearing tights or leggings, I wasn't having it. Seats are cold sometimes, or seats are hot if I'm sitting outside. And I thought to myself, well, I like to wear the kilt because it represents people, places, and things. It's history, and it makes me look good. But I don't want to constantly feel this heat and this cold feeling when I'm sitting down. Like, no, please no. I needed to stop. So I looked for kind of a classy attire that I can wear with the kilt that would work. So that's why I don't get asked often what's under the kilt, because people can see I'm wearing something under the kilt. In fact, I get asked another question: why are you wearing tights? Because they want to know. So with that said, there are other things and other generic answers that you can give, like why are you wearing, are you Scottish? Are you Irish? Are you in a band? You can just say, I'm just well-traveled. I mean, that works. It's a shorter answer than kilt represents different people, places, and things, etc. Say, I'm well-traveled. But if you really want to have a genuine conversation with somebody, you can go deeper than that. But I've learned a lot of people kind of lose interest because they don't know what you're talking about when you mention some things. Like, even if they know it's a kilt, that's probably where their knowledge stops. So you can't go mentioning different things that are still easy to them, because they'll lose interest. Like kilt pen, even though it may represent something, it's like, oh, they lose interest. They don't even know what it is. The placement of it, the kilt buckle. You start mentioning all these things, casual kilt, formal kilt, they'll lose interest. So save all the deep stuff for those deep people. that really want to get into it, that possibly want to wear a kilt themselves. For all those other questions, just ignore it, or just give simple answers, because the same answers over and over again. I mean, the same questions over and over again, and the same answers over and over again get repetitive and get annoying. Kind of makes someone want to stop wearing the kilt, but not me. It represents too much. I wrote some things down that I can go over. Make sure I don't miss anything of more questions asked and comments made when you're wearing the kilt. So, one of them is he wearing a skirt? That may be something somebody might say when they're having a conversation with their group of friends. Is he wearing a skirt? And it really boggles my mind how, and I'm in North America, how so many people just don't know world history, other cultures that wear skirt-like garments, even in religion. You go over the Bible stories, Cain and Abel, Joseph and the coat of many colors, and let me see, John the Baptist, around the time when Jesus was alive in the story. What kind of clothing do you think these people were wearing? Here's a good one. Samson and Delilah, David and Goliath. What kind of clothes do you think they were wearing? Pants? Shorts? The men in the stories were not wearing pants and shorts. I have coloring books that show them wearing skirt-like garments. We're talking robes, tunics. These things look like little dresses, but they're made for, and from male to female, they don't change much. They're just tunics, togas, little dresses. They're in their coloring books. So the only justification that someone can make from a man wearing a skirt-like garment is that maybe it's not modern, but the kilt is modern. Boom. Come on, it's not hard. It's kindergarten stuff. So back to the questions and comments. Is he wearing a skirt? Kind of in a negative tone. And then someone having a conversation with someone else might say, all right, so is he wearing a skirt? They might say, it's better than the pants hanging down trend, right? Because it's a trend. People wear their pants hanging down below the waist, underwear is showing. And I don't know where that came from. I do know where it came from. I know where it started. But I don't know how it's sticking around. And it's getting big. I see adults with children, or walking with them. Children meaning maybe young teens or kids. And the adults are letting their kids, or whoever they're babysitting or watching, wear pants with their underwear showing. So it's being accepted. Now, some adults, usually the older ones, might correct somebody, like, pull your pants up, kid. But too much, I'm seeing pants hanging down, and they're with like a significant other. And so, hey, it's a lifestyle. It's not illegal. It's a lifestyle. It's just not classy, and it's not cool. That's my personal opinion. But I'm wearing a skirt made for the male physique that looks good, that represents history, and you got people calling me more names in a negative way than somebody that has their pants hanging down. Wow. You know, just wow. Life. What's next? You have people taking pictures. I was never seen it before. They take pictures. I kind of wanted to know about the kilt. I wish I knew about the kilt before phones allowed people to take pictures so easily. Back in the Kodak camera days, the disposable camera days, you had to take your camera to the store and wait 24 to 48 hours for it to get developed. I don't believe everybody was carrying a camera on them, and it'd just be word of mouth. I saw this guy wearing a skirt. What else do I have? People whispering, but you can hear what they're saying. Why is he wearing a skirt? He's probably Scottish. It's like, sometimes I would turn around and be like, I can hear you. You can just ask me why. And then sometimes I just let them whisper because I think to myself, do I really want to talk to people who are whispering but loud enough to be heard? Goodness gracious. So, what's next? Let's see. Comments being made because they're talking loud and they're around people. He just wants attention. He just wants to stand out. Okay. That must be it. Maybe for some people, but they don't know the history of it. So it's just their opinion. That's not even an accredited opinion. It's just their basic opinion. I'm tired of BO because BO is related to BS. With me, you get accredited opinions and experienced opinions. You get my AO and EO. That's what I like. In fact, before you listen to somebody and take it as word, find out and think to yourself whether it's just a BO, basic opinion, which is related to BS, or if it's a AO or EO, an accredited opinion or experienced opinion. I've leaned towards more the accredited and experienced opinion because life is better that way. I don't walk around just opinionating things. What other questions do we have? I've been called, in comments, I've been called different words like coconut. Now I had to look up what coconut meant because I haven't got that before. But when you think about it, it's kind of funny, but it's rude. So a comment would be, look at that coconut. And the coconut would mean it's some brown on the outside but white on the inside. Brown on the outside but white on the inside. Oh crap, I'm being called a coconut. And that's pretty negative. Like, come on. I know a majority of Caucasians wear the kilt. However, come on now. That's just low. I'm trying to be I was taught in school we're a melting pot. You know, maybe that was just taught in my era. And maybe it hasn't continued on in other eras. But I went to school in the 90s and that's what I was taught. We had Schoolhouse Rock back then. Melting pot. Come on. Sharing is caring. You eat Italian food. You eat Asian American food. You should know if they're tired. You know, learn if something branches off to you learning more things and doing more things. And the kilt is it's a skirt-like garment made for men. You know, that's the way it is. Like every kilt is a skirt. It's a skirt. But every skirt is not a kilt. Boom. What else do we have? Is that a real kilt? Is a question I've been asked. Is that a real kilt? I didn't really know how to answer that question, so I just said, yeah, it's a real kilt. There's different types of kilt. You have your casual kilt, and you have your formal kilt, and maybe a costume kilt, possibly. So that question, is that a real kilt? Sometimes you just gotta go deeper with the person. Say, well, what do you mean by that? Or can you put that another way? So that's a question that's asked. Someone came up to me with a comment. It was a red light. They were parked. I was walking down the street, minding my business like I usually do, and they said in their car, "Goodness gracious, you couldn't wear nothing African." It's like, I think I need to go to the gym more because obviously people think they can say anything to me without any respect, and maybe that has something to do with me looking so young. I'm 31 years old, but I look young, and I think I've noticed that respect isn't really given until you look like you have tenure, age, or experience. But I've done a lot. I've been in the military 7 years. I've been on deployments. I fought for the country. I went to school. I had a rough childhood. I've been through a lot. I've lived. But people don't see that. And it's amazing how someone can see you, and in 5 seconds, not knowing the struggle that you've been through in life. I had a motorcycle accident. I spent months to recover. I couldn't talk right. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't hygiene. And here I am, recovered, walking down the street in a kilt, showing that I like history, and I'm wearing clothes and attire that means something, and fits the male physique. Now, let's not skip that. And someone just disrespects me and assume. In North America, black people are called African American. And I'm trying to think to myself, what other places are black people, like African European, African Australian, African Asian? I'm pretty sure a black person in Europe, because Europe isn't a United States, it's different countries, provinces. It's like, hey, I'm English, I'm black. I'm English. So you got black English. It's like I'm Scottish, I'm black. So I'm Scottish. So I'm a black Scottish. But you're just Scottish. There's no African American. They don't call Caucasians in America European Americans. Boom. Let's see, what do we have here? For negative comments, I've been called a W-A-N. A W-A-N. W for white, A for buttocks, and N is that derogatory name for black people. Wow, I've been W-A-N. And then I was called a T-L-M-F. A T-L-M-F is a T for Trump, L for loving, M for mother, F for effort. I'm a T-L-M-F. So I've been a W-A-N and a T-L-M-F. And those are some of the negative comments people would make to me. What do I do? Well, considering most of the time I'm by myself, and I do have friends, but most of the time I'm by myself. People have some courage. And hey, it's not illegal to say stuff. I just gotta deal with it. But let somebody try and touch me. I'm waiting. And I'm ready. Because I know stuff. Do you think I was born yesterday? Think I spent 7 years in the military and I don't know how to fight? One person? 2 people? 3 people? I'm not a talker when it comes to violence. I'm a doer in the form of protecting myself. And I do it quick. Or I try to. So I don't have time to talk back and start stuff. They can say what they want, it's not illegal. But let them touch me. Let them touch you. Take a martial arts class. Learn a chokehold. Go for the private part. Carry some brass knuckles around, some pepper spray if you have to, because sometimes you're going to be in an environment where people are going to say things that are so negative that it's going to hurt your feelings. But take it from me, I've been through a lot of negative comments, but I've also been through a harder life. Military, deployments, motorcycle accident, being severely disciplined as a kid. But these comments are just, I'm living a good life now. What else do we have? I wonder what he is. Right now I'm wearing a Hawaii shirt, and I'll show you what I'm wearing after the video, kilt-wise and shirt-wise, like I always do. And you have a comment of, I wonder what he is. And the person number 2 would be like, he's Hawaiian. Person number 1, how you know that? Person number 2, because that's what his shirt says. Goodness gracious, these are the things I hear. They ain't talking to me. They're not talking to me. They're just talking to amongst themselves, but I hear them. So if you want to have some comedy, some more stories to share at the dinner table, then we're a Kilt. You'll definitely have stuff to share. What else do we have? I have someone come up to me and say, "You got a lot of balls, man. You just walking around like it's cool." And the reply to that is, because it is cool. In so many ways. And then speaking of that, the cool thing, and in so many ways, you'll have someone walk up to you and they could and say, "That must feel cool, huh?" Now imagine someone saying that to a woman or a lady, and she's wearing a skirt-like garment. "That must feel cool, huh?" But because I'm a man wearing a skirt-like garment, wearing a kilt, they can ask me that. Or they feel they can ask me that. That's one of those annoying questions. Like, what do you think in my head? It's like, what do you think? But I don't answer like that. I kind of be like, yeah, you should try it out one day, you know? People have been wearing skirt-like garments for years. Greeks, Romans, Egyptians, Hawaiians, sarongs. Men wear skirts every day, possibly, and they don't even know it. I'm about to go something, I'm about to say something deep here. When men get out the shower, if they're at the gym and they're in their personal residence, what do you think they put on? Boom. Skirt-like garment, which is a towel. You just wrap it around your waist. That's comparable to a sarong, or that's comparable to a kilt. It's comparable to the shindite or the shindit. I gotta remember how to pronounce that, but I think it's shindite, which is what the Egyptians wear. I mean, it's a skirt-like garment. You just wrap it around yourself. What do women do? They wrap it around their chest because they have breasts, so that they're hiding that or covering it up. And men wrap it around their waist because they don't have to cover anything up around here. Skirt-like garment. So you gotta ask yourself, and who made the rule that men can't wear skirt-like garments anymore? They don't sell it at the stores. You say Christians don't do it, but you read the stories and you get these coloring books, and everyone's wearing some form of skirt-like garment. There's no pants or shorts that I've read of in the Bible. Unless there are, and I don't. There could be. But the majority of people that I've seen in the pictures, skirt-like garments. What's wrong with it? If it's made for the male physique, then what's wrong? Let's see. You'll get comments like, "I like your kilt," or "I love your kilt," or "I like your skirt," or "I love your skirt," or "I like it," or "I love it." So you get all these things. These are, the questions and the comments people will make when you're wearing your kilt. And look, I'm a talker. I like to talk. It's all good stuff. I'm not rambling here. I'm giving you information based on my personal experience. I wrote stuff down. You're getting the most bang for your time. Let me go over the list to see if I missed anything. I believe I covered everything. Definitely. I mean, the reason why I'm making this video, because I don't want people to go through life anymore listening to people of authority based on age or tenure or size, size and muscles, or just size in general. Listen to people with authority and taking their word as 100% word without knowing the truth. Like most of the word we take as 100% is just opinions that have passed down throughout the years. And are taken as fact. Think about some things. It's a fact, 100% fact. It's not a belief that men can wear skirts and that men have worn skirt-like garments. So just because someone of authority is telling you that men aren't supposed to, and come on, somebody of authority telling you something, you're going to believe them. But think to yourself, when have you been wrong? And are you in authority right now? More specifically, when have your parents been wrong, or have you found them out to be wrong? When have they done wrong in their life? And they have the most authority over you at some point in your life because you're dependent on them. So go out and wear your kilt. Go out and wear a skirt-like garment made for men whenever you want, while doing the pros and cons and seeing what you have to deal with. Carry pepper spray, brass knuckles if you have to, go with a group of people. I'm confident that I could walk by myself at any time because of my martial arts skills. That I'm just confident. And no one has touched me yet, whether I'm wearing my military shirt or not. They just said stuff. But yeah, just do your thing, because it's better for you in the long run. Just do it. So, quote of the day. One of my favorite writers is Thomas Paine. He wrote a lot of pamphlets in his day that passionate words that really motivated people back in early America. Early America would be the colonies. Motivated people towards independence. So think of the American Revolution against Great Britain and the French Revolution. Yeah, you got pamphlets for that. And from what I've read, I believe Great Britain would have won if they weren't fighting other wars. All right. Their army was bigger than ours. Their navy was bigger than ours. From what I've read, they just had other fights going on. Just look it up. Boom. And then you'll find out. We could have had a different flag. So, quote of the day from the book, which I brought with me, Rights of Man, from Thomas Paine. I'll read the back of it. A participant in both the American and French Revolution and in the governments that first arose from them. Thomas Paine is best remembered as the highly popular pamphleteer whose work Common Sense was largely responsible for motivating the American colonists to declare independence. Boom. And then he was born in England, January 1737. So that gives you the history, which I got the basics of, and the year, the time frame. One of the quotes is, the circumstances of the world are continually changing, and with that, the opinions of men also. As government is for the living and not the dead, it is the living that have any right to it. What might be thought right and found convenient in one age may be thought wrong and found inconvenient in another. In such cases, who is to decide, the living or the dead? Boom. Sometimes words are so good, you just gotta memorize it. And then you carry that with you. It helps. It surely helps to read. Indeed, it surely helps to read. You just get information poured in. The more information you get, you can compare it to what you've learned, and you can figure out for yourself what's right, what feels right, and what works. I mean, the basics of it from that quote, are that the circumstances of the world are continually changing, and the opinions of people also. What's right and convenient in one age is wrong and inconvenient in another. Those are the basics, and it's so true. That's everlasting. think of something that was right in one age, wrong in another. Think of something that's wrong now that people are fighting for to be right. We have a lot of freedom here in North America, but then we still have things we have to fight for. And I think something that's as historical as a skirt-like garment should be staying. No matter what the negative questions are, the negative comments, interesting questions, just take in all the good ones and be positive about it. And this might inspire me. But look, the kilt is the only garment that I know of that is modern. The other stuff that are cool, like the shindite, or the clothing that the Egyptians wore, doesn't seem too modern to me. Tunics, robes, Greeks and Romans, attire that they would wear, it doesn't seem too modern to me. That's basically like a mini dress, a small dress. You know, it's a skirt-like garment. I mean, maybe you could rock that on Halloween. Maybe that'll be the only day you should do it, just because it's not modern. But the kilt is. I think it's one of the only garments I know of at this point in time that is. So go ahead and rock it. Go ahead and wear it. You'll be doing yourself a favor. So that's just went over questions asked and comments made when you're wearing the kilt. Let me show you what I'm wearing. Hold on a sec. Alright, so this is what I'm wearing. Let me move up close. This is my Hawaiian kilt. Now, one day I'm going to shoot a video outside so you can kind of see a full picture of me. But this is a good close-up. I have my kilt buckle with the Marine Corps, which is a good reason to wear it, the kilt buckle, because I was in Hawaii for many years because of being in the Marines. And show that again, it's from Sport Kilt. I have the fringes on the side because I'm just a true fan of the fringes. They make it look better. And I'm a fan. Hey, if I find a kilt I like and it doesn't have fringes, that's alright with me. People don't really notice the fringes anyway. All they see is a guy in a kilt or a skirt. So I do it for me, I don't do it for people. So you do it for you too. Represents people, places, and things. This is Hawaii kilt, and you can go on the Scottish Tartan Register, or just type in Scottish Register on your favorite search engine. Type in Hawaii kilt, you'll find out what the colors mean. There's two types of red in this. You have the red that's dark and the red that's brighter. They represent the fire and lava, and the monarchy that was in Hawaii. And that's the red and the yellow. That's what they represent. The two reds and the yellow. Fire, lava, monarchy. You have green representing the plant life. You have brown representing the rock, the ground that formed from the hardened lava. And you have blue, which represents the deep ocean and the sky. Look, there's all those colors. Let me get back again. So remember all I said? You got all those colors just going all the way around. Now this kilt, I've been wearing it for like, I wore it 5 times already. I didn't take it to the cleaners yet. So I don't know if you can see in the video, but it doesn't look pristine. But it looks good enough after wearing it 5 times and only ironing it a few. It looks good. I'm wearing gray kilt hose with it. And this is probably one of my first videos where I'm not wearing the leggings. I just did it for the video though. If I go outside, I'll probably wear leggings. So there we go. I'm doing it up close for you to see. go get yourself a kilt. If you've been to Hawaii, it looks good. It looks excellent. And I like wearing my kilt with the buckle. I just like the whole kilt to show. That's me. I like the whole kilt to show. However, you do you. You do you. If you want to take your shirt out and rock your kilt like that, that's how it'll look. That's how it'll look. Personally, I'm not a fan, but to each their own. Maybe 3 years from now, I might like rocking it like that or wearing it like that. Oh, I forgot to show you the islands. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii. Before I went to Hawaii, all I knew was that Hawaii was a state. I didn't know that they had Oahu, Maui, Kauai, the Big Island, Molokai, and Lanai. I didn't know about that. All I knew was Hawaii. And I can wear this shirt with the Hawaiian kilt. You know? Hey, the more you know, the more you do. So start knowing stuff. Start knowing more stuff, and you'll start doing more stuff. It's been a pleasure. And thank you for your time. Have a good one.